I'm measuring really small again. She's sending me to the hospital to get a growth scan. I'm sure everything is fine. I wanted to jump off the table and like kick her in the face and run away. Okay, McKayla, you're in labor.
The truth.
Hey guys, welcome back to another pregnancy update video. Today I'm doing my 36-week update. If you haven't seen any of my other pregnancy update videos, I'll leave them all linked in the description below, and I'll also leave one right here, or right here, I forget which site it's on. You can also follow me at Made by McChicken on Instagram. I post a lot of pregnancy updates on there as well. I am a day late filming this video. I usually like to film them every Saturday because that's when my days change, my weeks change. So yesterday I was 37 weeks, but for the week of being 36 weeks pregnant, we'll start with my symptoms. For my first symptom that I want to talk about, I actually experienced my very first contraction. I've definitely experienced them a lot more now. They're very consistent at this point, but I did have my very first one. It lasted for a few minutes and I could just slowly feel my stomach getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then it went away and I didn't have any other ones. This was like at the very beginning of last week. And now I'm having them to where I can time them. I know they're still false contractions. I know they're still Braxton Hicks because they're not incredibly painful. Like, it's very uncomfortable. It's a little bit worse than a period cramp, but I can tell that they're not, okay, McKayla, you're in labor, you know what I mean? Like, they're painful, but it's not the real thing yet. And then a few nights ago, I actually downloaded the, like a contraction counter because they were able to be timed. This was the first time that I could actually time them. So they were all about 2 minutes apart and they were lasting about 45 seconds. It's cool because I know my body is really starting to work hard and preparing. Even though they don't feel that great, it's fun. I'm still so exhausted. Like, today is not my day at all. She is taking the last bit of energy that I have. It sucks because there's so much that I want to do, but also my body just isn't having it. Like, if I'm up for too long, if I'm on my feet for too long, my body is like, okay, McKayla, sit down. She is like, Mom, chill out, sit down, put your feet up. My feet, that's another thing. My feet have been getting swollen for sure. At first, in my last update, I was telling you guys how I experienced my first little bit of swollenness, and I wasn't expecting it because I hadn't had it in my pregnancy at all. But now it's every night. I was in the clear for so long. I didn't have a single stretch mark, and now I do have a few. I don't think that they're super dark. I feel like if they don't get any worse after I have her and after my stomach goes back to normal, I feel like they'll go away. I'm just on the fence about it. Like, I'm just like, whatever. I don't really care either way. It does kind of suck because I thought that I was gonna get lucky, but you know what, my body is going through so much, and that honestly to me it's kind of like a trophy of some sort. Like, I don't know, it's so incredible what my body is doing, so I'm not pissed about it. I'm not upset about it. I am kind of hoping that they go away. Vitamin E oil has been my best friend, and it's gonna continue to be my best friend once I have her. Maybe they'll go down or they'll go away. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. But I have noticed some stretch marks. I'll show them to you when I show you my belly. This is probably my #1 symptom because I feel it all day long, like no matter what I do, and it's probably the most uncomfortable. Since she has dropped, which she has dropped, my pelvic bones are so bruised. It hurts to do anything. When I'm laying in bed at night, it hurts so bad. Like, it's actually painful to flip from one side to the other. Our bed is really tall and it is so painful to get out of bed in the morning. It hurts to stand up. It hurts to walk. I'm still really active. Like, we don't have a car, so we walk everywhere. We live downtown Portland. I would say every other day, if not every day, I at least walk to like Target or the grocery store or to get a coffee. Like, I'm walking some short distance. And that's fine, that's all right. But if I'm walking, I've noticed if I have to walk uphill, it is so painful that I have to find the nearest train stop and just get my ass on the train and take the train home, because it is starting to become like it feels like she's gonna fall out of me. I just know that it's because she is so low and her head is just like lodged basically in my pelvic area. It's not fun. It's really uncomfortable, but I know it's also really exciting because I know that that means that she's gonna be here soon. I think that's the rest of my symptoms other than my hemorrhoid issue. If you haven't seen my last pregnancy update, I'm gonna link that right here, right now, so that you can watch that when you're done. Open up a tab, save it, pause this video, come back, because it's an honest one. I just want you to get familiarized with my situation before you listen to me right now. But somebody actually commented on that last video and recommended a cream that her doctor told her to get to prevent itchiness and just like the uncomfortability. But honestly, I haven't used anything on it. When I'm in the shower every single day, I use coconut oil down there. I've heard if you use an oil to basically just massage the area, you're less likely to tear during birth. So I've just been using coconut oil, and while I'm down there, I just put it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's never itchy. It's never like uncomfortable unless I'm sitting my ass on the toilet. Also, those types of creams, like topical creams, and I've had a few yeast infections this pregnancy. You're just prone to getting them during pregnancy. It just happens. For the first yeast infection that I had, my OB prescribed me turconazole, I'm pretty sure. So I was reading the back of the box one day. I was just like doing my makeup in my bathroom and just so happened to be reading the back of the box. And one of the very first ingredients is propylene glycol, a chemical that is found in a lot of household items, a lot of beauty products. It's harmful and it should not be in our products. It's actually banned in almost every other country besides America, which, just a little side note, in Europe mostly, there are over like 30,000 banned ingredients and chemicals. America, the United States of America is only banning 3,000 ingredients. There are only 3,000 ingredients on our list of things that are considered toxic in our products, which is horrifying. I'm kind of a psycho about stuff like that, and I know that those types of creams, like I'm sure like the hemorrhoid cream or like any type of topical cream, or even apparently a yeast infection prescription, contains propylene glycol. Once I read that, I threw that out and I've never used it again. And every time that I start getting symptoms for a yeast infection, I just like lather myself with coconut oil and my symptoms basically subside within like hours. I just don't think that that kind of stuff is necessary. But I just wanted to say that my hemorrhoid has not bothered me, and all I've been doing this whole time is using coconut oil. So it could just be the fact that this just isn't that bad, or it could be the fact that the coconut oil is helping. So cravings this week, really I'm just craving iced coffee. Like I want a few every single day. Like usually I just get a grande, but lately I've been getting a venti because I'm like, give it to me, I need more. I don't usually drink it all, but it's just like the little extra amount that I do drink is, I want it. I want to have the availability to drink it if I can, because it does hurt to walk. So I'm not gonna walk my happy ass twice to Starbucks in a day. Like, I'm cool. But I've definitely been craving that. I've also been craving still a lot of fresh stuff like salads and fruit and vegetables. It's weird because I'm craving a bunch of fresh stuff, but I'm still craving like cinnamon rolls, breads, pizza, pasta all the time. Like I just want all of the bad carbs. But I haven't had any crazy cravings like at all. At my doctor's appointment, which was on Friday, if you haven't seen my day in the life video, I just uploaded that this morning actually, and I talked about it, so I won't like go into detail, but basically she measured my belly and I'm measuring really small again. This is the second time. So she's sending me to the hospital to get a growth scan just to make sure that everything is good. I don't really know like what the risks are. I know that it's super common. A lot of people have like reached out and been like, oh yeah, I had to do the same thing and everything was like fine. It's basically just a free extra ultrasound. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it, because we haven't seen her since 18 weeks. And that one was 3D and it was so cool, but she was still teeny tiny. Like she was still alien looking. So I'm so excited to see her. I feel like now though, there's not that much room that she's gonna look just squished. Yeah, so I am measuring small. I weighed in at 135. It was like 135.2, and then at my last appointment I was 134.2. So I've only gained a pound in a week, which I think is actually over the norm. I feel like you usually gain like half a pound after so many weeks. You don't gain that much weight anymore, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure everything is fine. I'm tiny, so it honestly makes sense that I'm measuring small, but I don't feel small. Like, my belly feels freaking huge. She also said that it could be because she has dropped, so my belly isn't as prominent as it was. But she also did a cervix check, and I'm a centimeter dilated, which I thought was so exciting, even though that could mean absolutely nothing. It's just cool to know that my body is like progressing in a certain type of way. Also, her head is down, so things are moving along, you guys. Also, I just wanted to say, I did not know that it was gonna be that painful. I Googled it last night because I was just thinking about it again. Like, it was so painful when she did that. I wanted to jump off the table and like kick her in the face and run away. It was so awful. I was like, am I gonna have to go through this every time? Like, Jesus Christ. On all the forums I was reading last night, some women said that they felt the exact same way I did. And then other women said that it was just like uncomfortable and it was just like a pap smear type of thing. But no, like, this was incredibly painful, and I was sore for hours afterwards. And actually, I started spotting. I went to Target right after, and I was shopping for a few hours, and then I came home, I was doing stuff, and I went pee for the first time. My underwear had like brown, bloody discharge. It wasn't super bright, so I wasn't concerned at all. I knew that it was probably just like, I don't know, because I had experienced spotting a few weeks ago after sex one night, and I knew that that was also normal. Like, it was the exact same color. I wasn't really concerned about it. I did still call just because it was so painful when she did the cervix check, and she said, oh yeah, no, you're totally good, you're totally fine. And I actually spotted, like, my discharge was that color that entire night, and then that morning, as I was changing out my panty liners, it was getting progressively back to normal, and it was basically back to normal by the middle of the day. Some women also said that it was only that bad the first time, and then it wasn't as bad the other times. So I'm hoping that it was just a one-time thing, because I'm not joking, I wanted to kick her in the face. Like, it was so bad. Ow. Ooh. She keeps kicking. Oh, she keeps getting like lodged in my ribs. Can you move? I keep forgetting that you guys don't know her name because it's so normal. We just say it so much here. And I just forget that it's a secret that I've been keeping from you guys. I cannot wait until you know. Ooh, we finally got, if you haven't seen my day in the life video, I've mentioned it probably 50 times, but we finally got our stroller and car seat. It doesn't feel real. Like, I was walking around with it in the apartment last night, and Gerald was like pushing it back and forth, and it was just, we were like joking, but at the same time it was like serious. Oh, we're just so excited. We also went to our hospital yesterday that we're gonna be delivering at. I thought it was gonna be a like hospital tour, but apparently because of flu, they just sat us all in a classroom in the education center, and we had like a slideshow. I mean, we got a lot of really good information. The nurse that did the whole presentation was super cool. She's been a nurse for like years and she was really funny. So we got all the information that we needed to know what to do, where to go, who to call, all that type of stuff, what to pack, what to bring. Basically, I'm just extreme nesting at this point. Last night, washed all of her clothes, all of the newborn clothes at least, and all of her blankets. It's just so fun washing like all the little tiny socks and like hanging up her stuff to dry. And just like, laundry has never been so fun. I love picturing her in these things because it almost just seems so surreal. Everything is so tiny and so small and so I just know she's gonna be so cute in every single thing. Like, she has the cutest clothes. I'm just dying for her to be here, you guys. I lay in bed at night thinking about all of the things that I could be doing around the house to prepare for her, because I just get like, just the need for nesting is very real. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for birth, because I've gotten a lot of questions like what my birth plan is, if I'm gonna be natural, epidural, like what I'm doing. Honestly, I have thought this whole entire time that I didn't want to necessarily make a birth plan, because I feel like when you put too much energy towards something and you make something a big deal like that, it just becomes a big deal. And I want it to be as smooth sailing and as easy as possible for me and for everyone involved. I've always wanted, like even before pregnancy, I've always wanted to do a natural birth. Like that's just always something that I've wanted to do. Then when I got pregnant, I was like, I want the drugs. I think that I want an epidural. And that lasted like basically the entire pregnancy. And now I'm kind of back to thinking that I really, really do still want to do it naturally. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do one or the other because things could change. I just want to feel comfortable. I'm just gonna listen to my body. I'm really, really in tune with my body, and if she's telling me that she needs something, I'm gonna give it to her. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I do really want to do it naturally. I really do. And I'm hoping that everything works out that way. But like I said, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do one or the other. There's also, I found out that there's a jacuzzi in our hospital, so it's not in your room. It's basically like a first come first serve type of thing, but the nurse said she's never seen it be a problem, so I'm really excited for that. They also have like birthing balls. Gerald has a nice bed to sleep on. It's not just like a little piece of couch. Yeah, I think that's everything. First thing I think of when I wake up in the morning is like what she's doing and like what she's thinking about, what she's gonna look like. I just can't wait to meet her. My guess is 38 weeks. Okay, so I would be 38 weeks exactly on April 13th. I'm gonna guess I wanna guess April 18th, but that just seems so soon. It almost doesn't even feel right. But then I wanna guess like April 22nd. I don't know, what's your guess? Tell me what you think and when you think I'm gonna have her. So this is her from the front. You can definitely tell that she's dropped. From the side. She definitely looks a lot lower, don't you think? Like this little dip right here wasn't there. And now it's like, and I don't know if you can see the stretch marks, but there's a few, oh, they're there. Wait, or is it on this side? I don't know, but they're all low, and then there's one right here. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, your guys' support means the whole freaking world to me. I think it's so cool that you guys are on this journey with me. It's so fun too, because I am lonely a lot of the time. I mean, I have Gerald, but we don't have friends out here, so you guys are my friends, and it's just really cool to include you in on everything and all the little details. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those post notifications, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys soon.